All rise. Judge Vanderbeek, court is now in session. Case number JVB 1013, case of the Jacksons.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Ms. Jackson,
Yes,
you brought this case before the court.
I did.
Okay, what's
So-
going on?
So, James and I split about a couple of years ago, and it's been pretty good. We've been splitting costs. But her last birthday she was 8 years old, and we had a great party. I planned it. It's been a lot of time, and it was about $1,500.
How, 8 years old?
Yes. Well, okay. She really likes, ice skating. So we rented out the ice skating rink, and then Tara Lipinski came and did a little routine for the girls. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, it did cost something, and James just refused to pay it.
Whose idea was it? Wait. How much was the birthday party?
But $1,500.
All right, folks, buckle up. This courtroom clash is about to take a wild turn. Today's case, a mother demanding child support, not for rent, food, or school supplies, but to cover the cost of a $1,500 birthday party for their 8-year-old daughter. We're talking ice skating, a private rink, and even a professional figure skater for a child's party. But here's the twist. Dad had zero input in the planning. Now mom claims this extravagant bash proves she needs financial support. Judge Vonda? She's not convinced. Will mom's argument hold any weight? Or will this case turn into a masterclass in entitlement and fiscal reality? Stick around. This courtroom drama comes with some serious financial lessons and a hard-hitting reality check you won't want to miss.
Whose idea was it to have that expensive birthday party?
Tierney brought up the whole inspiration for it. So I just kind of, looked at what past birthday parties we had gone to, kind of the expectation was set at a certain level, and yeah, so I did ask James for certain input, and he did not give that, so I just took that as I have to parent up.
So you want him to pay child support now?
Yes, I think this is kind of it's changing up the dynamics a little bit, that he wouldn't even pay for a little bit of her birthday party. So she's getting into ballet. There's recitals coming up. There are other things coming up. And I'm just nervous that she's going to see that imbalance in our relationship, and it's going to cost something.
But you're creating the imbalance. $1,500
Yeah.
for an 8-year-old birthday party?
That doesn't sound, it sounds bad when you say it out of the context, but that's normal.
No, within the
that
context, that is ridiculous.
That is normal.
No, it's not normal.
Susie had a birthday party that cost $2,000, so
So
I
you're
think
trying to keep up with Susie?
Well, I didn't do $2,000. I could have done $2,000, and I think I kept it at a reasonable cost.
Wait a minute.
Tara.
Pause. Can you speak some reason to me?
All right, let's hit pause for a second, because we have to talk about this price tag. $1,500 for an 8-year-old's birthday party? Now maybe it's just me, but most kids that age would be thrilled with a cake, a few balloons, and a fun afternoon at the park. But nope, mom went full red carpet, like this was the Oscars for elementary schoolers. And let's be honest, was this really about making her daughter happy? Or was it more about keeping up appearances and flexing for the Susies of the world? Let us know in the comments. What's the most you've ever spent on a birthday party?
I am more than happy to help our daughter celebrate and live her life, but there comes a point where it's just, it's frivolous, it's optional.
I agree.
I would have been fine going halfway down the middle of just like paying to have some kids to the skating rink, but we did not need Tara Lipinski there. I thought that you were joking when you said that, which is why
And you know how...
Excuse me. Last time I checked, I was the judge. So I would like for the two of you to address me.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sorry.
You're welcome. You did not need Tara there.
Tierney really wanted her, though.
Yeah, but Tierney is not paying $1,500, is she? No, and it's...
Now here's where it gets interesting. Dad's not refusing to support his daughter. He's just refusing to fund something completely over the top. And let's not ignore the fact that when mom mentioned hiring a professional figure skater, he genuinely thought she was joking. That's how extravagant this party plan was. Be honest. What would you do if your co-parent handed you a luxury party bill with zero input or discussion? Fair or foul? Drop your take in the comments.
Have the expectation of him to pay that when it was your idea? That is ridiculous. And you came to court today to ask me to do what exactly?
I just want in the future to make sure that there is a balance in our relationship.
I'm gonna ask you again. What is it that you came to court to ask me to do?
I would like him to pay child support.
Well, I would like for you, on a birthday party, the 9-year-old, when she turns 9, no $1,500. When she turns 10, no $1,500. I mean, that is absurd. And then you want him to pay you child support because he did not want to go in with you with this ridiculous amount of money you spent on a birthday party? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not gonna have him pay child support based on that, and you guys have been sharing custody. So I'm assuming when the child is with you, you cover the expenses for the child, right?
And it's usually really amicable. It usually works really well, but...
Well, it sounds like she probably put herself in the hole with that $1,500 birthday party and is trying to recoup some of the money from it because you were trying to keep up with Susie paying $2,000, which is absolutely going to do it. And I cannot believe you actually filed this in court and asked me to do it for those grounds. Yeah.
I see that there's no weird issue with this thing. Okay.
Well, it's just, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to step in and help our daughter pursue her interests. If she wants to do ballet, sure.
Ballet makes sense. Ballet is an activity.
Right.
If she chooses to do ballet in school, I mean, it's an educational activity as well. But I am not going to order anybody pay child support based on a $1,500 birthday.
And here it is, the reality check. Judge Vonda B isn't buying it. $1,500 for an 8-year-old's birthday? Absolutely not. Let's be honest, this wasn't a request for child support. This was mom asking for a reimbursement because she went overboard. Judge Vonda saw right through it. And honestly, so did we. Entitlement or justified? What's your verdict? Drop it in the comments.
Her custody. Who pays health insurance?
We both do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing you guys should be doing. Maintain your own individual health insurance, but no, he is not going to pay child support.
And there it is, folks. Case dismissed. Hard. Not only is dad off the hook for child support, but Judge Vonda makes it crystal clear. This entire situation was a complete waste of the court's time. Let this be a lesson. Just because you go overboard with spending doesn't mean someone else should be stuck with a tab. If there's one big takeaway here, it's this. Co-parenting should be about fairness, not financial ambushes.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Is there anything further?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything further from you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm glad. If there's nothing further, you both are dismissed.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap. Judge Vonda made it crystal clear. This wasn't about child support, it was about a poor financial choice. A birthday party is not a necessity, and expecting your ex to cover extravagant expenses without any discussion, that's a hard pass. So what do you think? Did mom have a point? Or was this pure entitlement in action? Let us know in the comments, and if you're loving these courtroom breakdowns, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next jaw-dropping case.